Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 13th October 2023. So what are the current affairs we are going to discuss in this session that will be important from your UPSC point of view, and even if you are preparing for your state service examinations or if you are preparing for any other competitive examinations, current affairs plays a very important role. And to clear those examinations, you have to read one national newspaper every day. So here in this analysis, we are going to see the Hindu newspaper, and we are taking Delhi edition of this Hindu newspaper. So first we are pointing out which are the articles relevant from our UPSC point of view, and we are going to see which are the perspectives that you have to develop, and we are going to see how the questions will be asked. So which topic is important from prelims and which topic is important from mains. And we are also going to understand how to connect our static syllabus with this dynamic, right? And that's it. And after seeing this Hindu newspaper PDF, and we are going to have detailed analysis of those topics which are important from our UPSC point of view, and we are going to analyze those topics in 360 degrees. And one more thing here is, if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in the description box. And if you are watching this Rathod's IAS for the first time, please do subscribe to this Rathod's IAS Academy. And one more thing here is, so if you really understanding this articles and if you are getting at least 10% of the new points, understanding the concepts clearly, please do hit the like button also. So let us see the first topic. So this is the front page of The Hindu. So there are two articles which are important. So first one is retail inflation cooled from 6.83% in August to 5% in September. So this article says that there is decreasing of inflation. So here in inflation, so we will be measuring this inflation in the two terms, that is CPI, Consumer Price Index, and WPI, Wholesale Price Index. So this retail price inflation, or this retail inflation, which comes under this CPI, Consumer Price Index. Okay, so here retailer means nothing but you and me who are going to nearby shop and getting the goods and services, that is called as retailer. So if you want to understand who is this wholesaler and retailer, first you have to see this is a manufacturing unit. Okay, so this is a manufacturing unit. Let us take this company is producing toothpaste. So this company is producing toothpaste. So this is the manufacturing unit of that toothpaste. So it will be producing like 10,000 units per day. Per day it is producing 10,000 units. So wholesalers, so they will be going into this manufacturers directly, and they will be getting, for example, 1,000 units, and they will be getting 1,000 units, and this 1,000 units will be distributed to retail people, and they will be giving like 100 units or 10 units or 500 units like that to this person. And you and me, so if I need toothpaste, I will be going to the nearby shop in the end of my street, and I will be bringing one toothpaste, or if I want to keep it spare, so if I am busy with my work, so I will be bringing two toothpaste. Okay, so which will be enough for me for 15 days or 1 month. So I will be getting one or two toothpaste. So retail price inflation, which is calculated at this level, at a consumer level, and wholesale price index will be calculated at this wholesaler level. So wholesaler will be bringing the bulk from manufacturer, and from there he will be distributing to this retail people, and consumers, you and me, will be going to the retail shops and we will be getting 1 or 2 units. Okay, so this is about something that you have to remember, who is wholesaler and who is retailer. And now we have to see some important concepts. So here you have to focus on this keyword. It is called as inflation. So inflation means nothing but there is rise of prices. there is rise of prices in goods and services in the market, and this condition is called as inflation. If you see the types of inflation, we will be having normally three types of inflation. Cost push inflation. Next one is demand pull inflation. And third one is built-in inflation. Cost push, demand pull and built-in inflation. So cost push means nothing but, as I said, let us take again that toothpaste company. So earlier, which toothpaste you will be using I don't know, but I will be using this Colgate. So earlier the toothpaste cost is, for example, let us take 50 rupees. But now this month what happened, the price increased to example like 60 rupees. So there is inflation of 6 rupees on one toothpaste. So it may be because of cost push or demand pull or built-in. So cost push is nothing but to prepare this toothpaste, so they need some ingredient. So we can call them as even raw material. So they require raw material. So what is the raw material that is used for the preparation of this toothpaste? And if you see on the box, you can see ingredients. So those are nothing but the raw materials which are used for the preparation of that toothpaste. So whenever there is increased cost of these raw materials, that will lead to inflation. And not only that, whenever the transportation cost increases because of increasing of crude oil prices in the market, that will lead to this inflation, right? So whenever there is supply chain constraint, so because of this supply chain constraint, so this company which is not getting the enough raw material, then what happened? So it is having less raw material. So with this less raw material, it will be producing less number of this paste. So because of this less number of toothpaste which is available in market, that will cause inflation, which comes under this demand pull inflation. Correct? So these are some important things that you have to think about. So in this way, we can connect one topic with the other topics as well. So cost push means whenever there is increasing of cost of production, whenever there is increased cost of production, for example, whenever there is increasing of GST slab, whenever there is increasing of raw material cost, whenever there is increased inventory cost, like maintenance cost of the company, labor cost, everything will lead to the increasing of cost of production, that will ultimately lead to inflation. And next one is demand pull. So here we have to see two important things in market: supply and demand. So the price in the market is controlled by supply and demand. So whenever there is increased supply, that will lead to decrease in demand. So whenever there is decrease in the demand, the cost of the price will also be decreasing. This is the first scenario, that is supply. And second one is whenever there is decreased supply in market, that will lead to increase in demand. So whenever there is increase in demand, automatically the price will goes up, right? So this is the example of this demand pull inflation. And next one is built-in inflation. So built-in is nothing but whenever there is change in lifestyle. Whenever there is change in lifestyle, whenever there is improving of standard of living, that will lead to increase in the demand for certain goods. That will lead to inflation. So this type of inflation is called as built-in inflation. Okay, I hope you understand the concept of inflation. So every year you can get questions regarding this inflation topic. And here you have to know what is this retail inflation, what is this CPI. Okay, so now what happened? So from month of March, April, May, June, July, August, so we are seeing there is inflation, especially in this retail inflation. So one important reason here is because of increasing of food prices. For example, price of vegetables, price of onion, potato and as well as tomato, because of unseasonal rainfall, because of disease, Okay, white bug disease which attacked tomato, that led to decreased production of tomato. So because of especially the food prices increase, that led to retail inflation. But now this article says that there is relaxation in this food prices. Okay, so there is decreased food price in the month of September. That led to overall reduction of inflation to 5% in the month of September. So this is about this topic, and we are going to see in detail regarding some facts which are important from your prelims. So don't skip the video. And this article is about India reiterates call for a sovereign Palestine state. So actually this article which is talking about Israel war, right? So now we can see there is Israel war. So actually India is coming up with one operation. The operation name is Operation Ajay. So this Operation Ajay, it is to evacuate Indians who had been stuck here, okay, who want to come out of Israel. So we are going to have this operation, that is Operation Ajay. Okay, so this is about this topic. And next important article here is India ranks 111, that is 111 out of 125 countries in hunger index. So here you have to see what is this global hunger index. And here you have to see which are the things which are taken into account for the calculating of this hunger index. And India's rank is very bad. Even our neighboring countries, they are doing good compared to that of India. So because of this, India will not accept this. Okay, accept the methodology which is taken into account. So this article is at most important. And the data that you collect here, that will be important whenever you are writing any essay or any mains answer. So in city page and the states page, I didn't find anything which is important. Okay, so this is waste of time if you are spending much time in the states page and as well as your city page. You can directly move on to this editorial page. There is no need of seeing even Spotlight and Metro Plus. Yes, in this editorial page again there is article regarding Israel, and we had enough discussion on that. So once this is covered and once this is completed, means yes, we will be going to get articles. There we are going to see detailed analysis. And here you can see there is article, and most of the articles now we are going to have discussion. They are based on this caste based census of Bihar and reservation, etc. So all these things are interconnected. So there are many articles and editorials which are related to this Bihar's caste survey. So that thing we are going to see. And here even this opinion page, you got this interview of 3 persons. It is also regarding the reservation. So it is also very important. And if you move on in this text and context also, this is talking about this caste census in India. Okay, so what is the important or what is the significance of this caste based survey which is given here. And if you move on to this news page, here you can see one article that is about 7-judge bench to take a call on giving priority to money bill case. So here we have to focus on this money bill. So if you're talking about types of bills, so we have ordinary bill, and second one here is money bill. Next one is finance bill, and last one is constitution amendment bill. So these are the 4 important bills which are present. So in case of ordinary bill, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they would be having equal powers. In case of money bill, Lok Sabha having more powers compared to that of Rajya Sabha. Why? Because so whenever this money bill introduced, that can be introduced only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. The money bill can be presented only in Lok Sabha but not in the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha has no role. And whenever the bill which is passed in this Lok Sabha, which will be introduced in Rajya Sabha, but here Rajya Sabha which is having limited powers here. Okay, so it cannot reject the bill. Okay, So here if Rajya Sabha is not passing the bill, so within 14 days it is considered as the bill is passed in Rajya Sabha. Okay. So here because of this Rajya Sabha which is having a minimum power regarding this money bill. So what is the cause of concern here is, so whenever government of India wants to pass the bill, so they are introducing as money bill so that they can override this Rajya Sabha. For example, even GST introduced by our present government, which introduced as a money bill, not a finance bill or not an ordinary bill. Right? So because of this it is very, very important. Okay, that's it, and you have to see which are the bills which had been passed in the name of money bill, so that is important. And next topic here is, core issue is Canada being safe haven for terrorists, says India. So actually the issue here is Canada government gave a statement that India's hand is present behind the death of Khalistani leader in Canada. So because of this it is affecting the bilateral relationship between India and Canada, right? So in this context, in retaliation, India said that here Canada, which is acting or which is providing the safe haven for terrorists. So in this context we have to see how bilateral relations between India and Canada is going to change. And next topic is India-France defense ministers hold fifth dialogue. So here you have to see the map of France, and especially you have to see which are the countries sharing boundary with this France. And next here we are going to have some projects, and these projects had been discussed, and we are focusing on collaboration between the defense industries of both the countries. So please let me know, so which is the defense equipment that we got from France in the comment box. Don't forget about this. And if you see in this news page, there is one article, it is Supreme Court urges women to rethink plea to end 26 weeks pregnancy. Okay, so this is also very important, and in yesterday's class also we discussed about this MTP, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So what is that and what are the recent amendments? That's it. And in this world page, everything it is regarding Israel. And in this business page, you can see this article. It is important, that is Index of Industrial Production. So IIP, every month this IIP will be released for manufacturing, and after 2 days you can see this IIP for this service sector. So IIP which is released separately for this manufacturing sector and as well as service sector. So this is very important. And this article says that there is 6% of increasing of manufacturing in the month of July. Okay, and here this says that 3 of 6 use-based segments recorded this double-digit surge, that means increasing of production. And there is also increased infrastructure and construction goods, and consumer durables also increased. So because of this IIP which had been increased now, that means we are seeing the good manufacturing which is going on in India. So this is about this topic, and these are some important articles that you have to refer in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us try to see the detailed analysis. So first article, it is about global hunger index, and it is at most important. So please make the note of the data here in your data book. So if you see the context, it says that India ranks 111 out of 125. So India ranks 111 out of 125 countries in this global hunger index 2023. So with its progress against hunger nearly halted since 2015. So since 2015 onwards, there is no progress in this hunger index that is seen. So this is the thing which mainly said in this article. So if you see some more important things, so Afghanistan, Haiti and 12 sub-Saharan African countries, they perform worse than India. But there are some nearby countries which we are sharing boundary, that is neighboring countries, they are doing well compared to of India. So it is one cause of concern for India. So India's ranking is based on this score of this global hunger index. So score here is 28.7 out of 100 points. So if the value is 0, it is a good performer, and the value is more, it is a bad performer. And the category where India is present is serious. So if you see some facts regarding this global hunger index, so why we are releasing this global hunger index? Because to measure and track hunger at global level, at regional level, and at national levels. So because of this, it will be giving the focus, or it will be giving the data on some dimensions where we have to focus. And this global hunger index is published by Concern Worldwide and Ireland's largest aid and humanitarian agency, and Wealth Hunger Life. Wealth Hunger Life and Concern Worldwide will be releasing this global hunger index. And the first report published in year 2006, and every year we will be getting this data. And if you're talking about calculation of this global hunger index, so global hunger index score of each country is calculated based on formula, and in this we are combining 4 indicators together. For example, we are focusing on undernourishment. That means insufficient calorie intake. So if you need like 1000 calories but you are taking only 500-600 calories, so that is caused as undernourishment. And next one is child stunting. The share of children under age of 5 who have low height. Stunting is nothing but low height to their age. Okay, low height to their age. So because of this we can understand there is chronic undernutrition. And next one is child wasting. Child wasting is nothing but age. Okay, so it is nothing but age of the children. Okay, to the age of the children the weight is very much less. So it will reflect the acute undernutrition. So whenever wasting is happening, it is showing about acute, and stunting is happening, it's showing about the chronic undernutrition. And we are also seeing about this child mortality also. The share of children who die before they are getting 5 years, or before they are having this 5th birthday, it comes under this child mortality. So child mortality will mainly shows that there is inadequate nutrition along with unhealthy environment. Okay, so what are the causes for this hunger and malnutrition? So we have to see the specific causes and general causes. So specific causes means yes, because of that this happens. General causes means normally in general, right? Specific causes here, the first one here is, so we are not taking the proper calories which is required. For example, you are taking only carbohydrates. For example, if you are taking only rice, you are not focusing on curry, you are not taking fruits, you are not having the leafy vegetables or fresh vegetables, that will come under this calorific deficiency. And this one is protein hunger. You are not taking proper protein. So actually chicken and eggs, they are a good source of protein. So if you are not taking that, yes, you will be getting this protein deficiency. And because of that, here to improve this protein sufficiency in children, under this midday meals program, government is providing one boiled egg every day for children. Right? And next one here is micronutrient deficiency. So this micronutrient deficiency is also called as hidden hunger. So here we are seeing there is a severe crisis in this micronutrients. Right? So here because of poor diet, we are not focusing on millets, and because of prevalence of disease or any non-fulfillment of micronutrient needs, so etc. So that will lead to this micronutrient deficiency, and this micronutrient deficiency is also called as hidden hunger. So what are the other causes or general causes? So whenever there is no access to proper safe drinking water and sanitation, that will lead to the increasing of diseases because of contaminated of food and water. And next one is low levels of immunization against communicable disease. So against communicable disease, if you are not having the proper proper immunization, there is no vaccine. So if you are not taking vaccines, how can you be immune? And next one is there is lack of education in women regarding importance of holistic diet. So especially women, whenever they are entering into the important phase of their life, like pregnancy and lactation, so they will be not focusing on the diet. So even during pregnancy, I used to focus much on my diet, but after once I got delivery, so even I have knowledge, even I came up from the medical background, but now I am not focusing on my diet. That is reality. Yes, especially in this lactating women, they will be facing this problem. So especially during this lactation period, so through the mother milk, so calcium will be transferring from mother to children so that their bones will be becoming strong. But tragedy here is many mothers, they don't know that they have to take the calcium tablet during the lactation period, and after 2 to 3 years they will be getting the problems like back pain, leg pains, cramps, everything because of lack of calcium. Okay, so even I came up from this background also, I will be not taking much care on my diet. So how others will be taking, right? And one more tragedy here is in rural areas. So whenever a woman she became pregnant, so their families will be taking care like as a pregnant you have to take this, you have to take this, then you will be getting child like this, you will be getting good weight baby, etc. like that. But once delivery is done, so even in rural areas, those families will be not taking care of their taking care of the mother, but they will be focusing much on child. So that too which happened to me, right? And next one is there is vicious cycle of poverty, hunger and indebtedness. So because of poverty, hunger and indebtedness also, it is one of the cause. Because of this, we can see there is undernutrition. And this one is post-harvest losses and rotting and wastage in warehouses. So these are some problems that we are seeing in agriculture. So even though we are having the good produce, because of this rotting, because of the wastage in the warehouses, so we are not providing the enough amount to the people. And next one is there is ineffective market and transport linkages that will lead to the increased wastage of food, especially fruits and as well as vegetables. And not affordability of fruits, nuts, etc. and even meat, etc. they will be not affordable for all. Because if you go to the market, so if you want to take 1 kg of badam, so what is the cost? It is around 8 to 900 rupees. 1 kg of kaju, it is like 1200 to 1400 rupees. So it is not affordable for everyone to get those things. So these are some general causes that are leading to hidden hunger and as well as undernutrition in the people. I hope it is clear, right? And now let us move on. So next topic is retail inflation cooled from 6.83% in August to 5% in September. So I discussed introduction that you need to know in this regarding this article in the introduction itself. So we are going to see some basic facts from your examination point of view which are important. So here this article says that India's retail inflation eased from 6.83% in August to 5.02% in the month of September. Okay, so there is decreased inflation from 6.83 to 5.02 months, and that led to the decreasing of inflation. Actually, we have faced this inflation since this COVID-19 pandemic onwards. So from that time there is no easing of inflation, and now we saw there is easing of inflation, and now it is in the normal limits. So normal limits here is 2 to 6%. That means 4 plus or minus 2%. Now it is 5%, right? It is under the limits. So here, to control this inflation, you have to know what is the role of RBI and role of government. So RBI is having monetary policy, and government is having the fiscal policy. So in this monetary policy, RBI will be increasing or decreasing interest rates to control inflation in the market. But in this fiscal policy, government will come up with public spending. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember. And if you see the detail, it says that rural inflation stood 5.33% in the month of September compared to 7% in August. Okay, in urban areas it is 4.65% and they have around 6.6% in month of August. So these are some important details. And if you see some important facts regarding this inflation, so inflation is nothing but there is a general tendency of increasing of price of goods and services in the market, and that is called as inflation. So inflation is seen in some common use things. For example, we have food, clothing, housing, recreation, transport and consumer staples. So in these products, whenever there is increasing of price, that is called as inflation. So inflation is indicative of decrease in the purchasing power of unit of currency. So what happened earlier, if I have 100 rupees, I used to get 10 apples. But now because of increasing of price, yesterday I went to market. When I asked an apple, they said that only I will be giving you 3 apples per 100 rupees. That is a tragedy now. I don't know. I don't understand. So for 100 rupees, I used to get like at least 7 to 8 apples, but now he's saying that only 3 apples. So because of this increasing of price, okay, what happened? The purchasing power of a currency will be decreasing. And this one is a moderate level of inflation is required in the economy to ensure that production is promoted. Yes, we need moderate level of inflation so that people will be aware that yes, we are going to have inflation soon, so that we have to get the things before. For example, every year during this November, December time, so there will be increasing of price of onions. So if you have this idea, then in the month of August or September, you will be getting this onions will be stocked in your home, right? So that is the thing that will be done by me, so that I am saying you. And next one here is in India, here NSO under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, which will measures inflation. And this is very important glimpse fact. In India, inflation is primarily measured by 2 main indices. So one side we have wholesale price index and second side we have this CPI, that is consumer price index. And this one is consumer price index. So this consumer price, it is nothing but it measures the price changes from the perspective of retail buyer, and this CPI which calculated in the difference of the commodities and services like food, medical care, education, electronics, etc. So if you are talking about the types of CPI, we have CPI for industrial worker, CPI for agricultural laborer, CPI for rural laborer and urban rural combined. So out of this, these 3, industrial workers, laborer and rural laborer, so it will be compiled by Labor Bureau. But last one will be compiled by MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics Program Implementation, that is NSO. So what is the base year? Base year is 2012. And next topic is a key step by Bihar to promote better social justice. So here you have to see what is this caste based census. And next one is what are the advantages. That's it. Okay, from this article point of view. So here recently government of state government of Bihar came up with this releasing of this data under this caste survey 2023, and it said that totally OBC, that is other backward classes and extremely backward classes, they constitute around 63% of the state's total population. And if you see the data here, extremely backward classes 36%, OBC 27%, scheduled caste 19%, scheduled tribe 1.68%, Buddhist, Christian, Sikhs, Jains are less than 1%. So total population of this Bihar here is 13.07 crore population. So now we have to see what are the advantages or significance of this finding. So we understood that there is increased OBC, that is other backward classes, okay, it is beyond 27%. So actually Mandal Commission report said that OBCs are 27%, but because of this data we understood that it is more than 27%. And even there is one committee like Justice Rohini Commission. So it said that we can go for subcategorization of this OBC since 2017. But what are the data or what are the recommendations of this committee that had not been released? And this one is we have to redraw 50% of reservation ceiling, because OBCs and this extremely backward classes, they are more than 50%. So how can we have a cap of 50% of reservation under this famous Indra Sahani judgment? And depending upon the population of this OBCs, the demand for increasing of reservation quota in proportion to that population, that will arise. So we have to remove this cap. And we have to focus on fulfillment of constitutional obligations. Like for example, caste survey will help to attain objectives which are present in our DPSP, and this DPSP, that is Directive Principles of State Policies, which are present in the part 4 of our Indian Constitution, and this will majorly help to achieve socio-economic objectives as well. Okay, and even it is very helpful for realization of Sarvodaya. So caste census, they can be properly utilized to develop targeted measures. Okay, it will be helpful for developing of targeted measures so that it will be reducing rampant inequality in the society, and we are promoting the equity and as well as social justice in the long term. So these are some important significance. And one more thing here is, if you go through this article, you will be getting some more insights like, so how this data can be useful. So here you can read from here. Okay, that is the 1 minute I will show. So here you can see like caste based discrimination is seen in our society, and based on this caste we are seeing this historical injustice is happening, and caste discrimination, which is the roots which are present in the centuries of historical oppression and marginalization as well. So because of this caste based discrimination, that led to social, economic and educational backwardness of certain groups. Okay, so because of this we have to rectify this. So because of this data will be very much helpful. And this one is, Indian Constitution recognizes existence of caste based discrimination and inequality. So because of this, government is providing some affirmative steps towards some caste groups, like providing reservation in employment, education and as well as politics, etc. And this one is, here we have to focus on even human rights. So because of this caste based discrimination, it is also violating the human rights. So because of this, it is the responsibility of the government to protect human rights of all the citizens, includes for example right to equality, right to life with dignity and non-discrimination, etc. And even this caste discrimination, which also leads to the social divisions and hierarchical structure in our society. So because of this we have to come up with this type of data. And even because of this caste based survey, which will be also helpful for economic development of the people. Like we can remove the economic disparities, because these caste people, so in this backwardness, so they do not have the proper opportunity to enter into different arena like employment, education. So because of this caste based survey, yes, we can ensure the jobs. And even the education also, we can have access to the quality education for this marginalized groups. And even in employment also, we can provide the good job opportunities for them. And even we can provide representation in the politics as well. Okay, so for example, Dalits and marginalized groups, so they are historically underrepresented in the politics. So because of this, a government need to take some interventions to promote this political representation, so that this will be very helpful. And even whenever we are coming up with this caste based survey, that will also helpful for awareness and even sensitization of other people as well. Okay, so because of this we can decrease the caste based discrimination in the society, and we can promote social harmony. Okay, so this is about this topic, and I liked this conclusion a lot, that is, caste discrimination is deeply ingrained problem in India that requires sustained and committed government intervention to address. Such interventions is not only essential to rectify the social injustices, but also we have to uphold the principles of equality, equality, justice and human rights for all citizens regardless of their caste or social background. So this conclusion that you can write whenever you are writing about this caste based discrimination. Okay, so this is about this topic in detail. Okay, I said you some general points and even the points which are given in this article. So now let us move on. So let us see next important article. So next article, it is about 50% of ceiling on reservation to be reconsidered or not. So here you have to know about famous case, that is Indra Sahani case. Here in that case, Supreme Court said that so reservation should be provided only for 50%, not more than this 50%. But this caste based survey of this Bihar says that it is more than 60% other backward classes and extremely backward classes. They need reservation, but how can we follow? Okay, so this is the idea, and now we have to see this topic in detail. So if you say this context, it says that on October 2nd, that's on Gandhi Jayanti, so Bihar government released caste-based survey data, and it shows that OBC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and scheduled caste, they are around 84% of the population. But because of this, now again the debate regarding this reservation for this backward classes is seen on debates, because here there is a legal ceiling that is 50% should be given as reservation, but not more than that. So because of this, again there are some debates which are going on in this television channels regarding this reservation policy. So here you have to see one important judgment, that is Indra Sahani and others versus Union of India 1992. So in this judgment, here Supreme Court came up with a 9-judge bench, and in this 9-judge bench, it is mainly dealing with this Mandal Commission report, okay, which says about yes, this OBCs require 27% of reservation, and finally they came up with the ceiling of 50% of total reservation education as well as in jobs. The Supreme Court, while upholding 27% of quota for backward classes, it also said that government should not provide more than 50% of reservation. Supreme Court in the same case, which also upheld the principle that the combined reservation beneficiaries should not exceed 50% of India's population. So 50% of India's population, yes, you can get reservation, but not more than this. So the concept of creamy layer also gained currency through this judgment, and a provision that the reservation for backward classes should be confined to initial appointments only, but not extended to promotions. So actually here, in every caste people, so even per se like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes also, there are some people, they consider creamy layer, that means they are also economically forward, but they are socially backward. Okay, so if the people who are well in this economical status, so they don't need any reservation policy, right? So because of this, we came up with this concept of this creamy layer. So that time Supreme Court also said that the reservation should be provided only for the initial appointment in the jobs, but not for the promotion. And later on there are a number of cases happened. So finally Supreme Court said that even the promotion also we can provide reservations. Okay, so this is about this topic. And let us see next topic, that is the case for caste census in India. So this topic is very important. Again, this article is also related to that caste based census of Bihar. So if you see the context, it says that after the publication of caste survey in Bihar, which found that 63% of Bihar's 13 crore population, they belongs to caste which listed under this extremely backward classes and other backward class categories. And as per this Mandal Commission report, it recommended 27% of reservation for this OBCs in education as well as in employment opportunities. And the ceiling here is 50%. And this case is Indra Sahani case in this 1992 upheld OBC reservation based on the criteria other than caste. Okay, so they will be getting reservation in the public employment and as well as in education institutions. And there is also demand for full caste enumeration in the national census which has arisen to better understand the population share of caste groups. So later on, the opposition to this caste census which arose, okay, and there is some fear of actual population share of OBCs that could lead to increase in the demands for this reservation quotas. And later on, Supreme Court said that, so how much ever this OBCs will be there, so here states they can provide only 50% of reservation. And actually we came up with this 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, which says that for this economically weaker sections we have to provide reservation, that is 10% of reservation. Okay, so because of this, that led to challenging of this 50% of reservation ceiling. And to ascertain this accurate number of this OBCs and the proportion of individual castes within this OBC category, a full caste enumeration through this national-wide socio-economic caste census is considered necessary. So here what happens, so whenever states are coming up with this caste-based survey, so they are getting the data like OBCs and extremely backward classes or more, but how can we limit on this 50% of ceiling of reservation? So this is the idea here. So for this, yes, we have to come up with nationwide socio-economic caste census. And next I want to announce about this course, that is mains answer writing course. So this course has been launched in Rathod's IAS on October 9th and has not been any delay. So you can join this course in this week. Okay, so here in this course we are covering entire your GS syllabus of GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. So daily one question will be given to you based on the schedule. So first we will be giving you the 52 weeks of schedule. So based on the schedule, we are going to give you daily one question. On Sunday, we are going to give you case study or essay. And you have to write the answer and you have to send your answer to our mail ID. And you will be getting evaluated. And we will be resending your evaluated copy with the detailed feedback to you again. And you will be checking your paper and you will be improving on that. And we are also providing the model answer for each and every question, essay and case study, so that you can also develop content. And detailed evaluation of your answers will be there, and we are going to have live doubt clearing sessions on every Sunday that will be taken on the Zoom classes. Okay, so in the Zoom you are taking these classes so that you can raise your voice and you can ask your doubts. Okay, and the cost of this course is 8,200 rupees, and even if you can't pay this amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So if you want to join this course, you can call me on this number 8074765513, and even it is WhatsApp number, you can text me on that number as well. Or else you can visit our website rathodscienceacademy.com. There you can join the course. And one more thing here is, if you want to get the class notes, so you can join the Telegram channel, and this Telegram channel is, okay, you can join this Telegram channel. So this is Rathod's IAS classes. So whenever we are posting the video, you will be getting the notification and you will be getting the notes. And this is our Rathod's IAS Academy YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to this channel. Okay, we will be getting different playlist. You can go to the playlist and you can watch the videos that you want. And if you have any doubts regarding this mains answer writing also, you can click on this playlist. So there you will get the mains answer writing practice course. So here you can get a number of videos. Okay, here you can get the videos regarding how to approach the mains answer, and even we uploaded some Zoom sessions also, how they will be conducted. Okay, so this is the live interactions on mains answer writing. So you can join that, or you can see that video so that you can understand how these classes will be going on. And this is our Rathod's IAS Academy website. So if you are visiting to our website for the first time, you have to click on login register, and after clicking on that, you have to click on do not have account and you have to register. So after registering, you have to come back to this login page and you have to click on, you have to give the mail ID and password, and later on you can click on courses and course list. So these are the courses that we are offering in this Rathod's IAS Academy. So if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on the play course so that 3 videos will be played without any single penny, or without payment. You can watch the 3 demo videos in each and every module. And after that, here this is our daily mains answering course. You can join this course here. And this is our foundation course for your UPSC 2024 and 2025. So here we are going to provide both recorded and live classes of your GS, and there will be the comprehensive analysis of each and every topic, and we are also going to give you the details of the syllabus, how to study, what not to study, book list, everything. And you will be providing the mentorship also. You will be guided by a mentor if you are joining this. And the cost of this course here is 45,000 for the 2 years. For 2 years you have just 45,000 rupees, and it will also include prelims test series, mains test series, mains answer writing course, and as well as prelims booster course. Everything will be included here. Okay, you can join that foundation course. And even if you can't pay this 45,000 rupees in one go, you can pay in installment. And if you are doing one-time payment, you will be also getting extra discount. Okay, try to join this course as well. Okay, so these are some important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. If you really like the video, hit the like button and share this video to your friends also. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching.